Good afternoon, we are Toy Train Group Number 1. I'm Chris Aberly, this is Chris Levine, and this is Pete Southside. So our goals in making this train were to have the train lay its own tracks. It also needs to lay turn pieces as well as straight pieces. It needs to complete a loop of diameter between 3 foot and 10 foot. It needs to weigh less than 5 pounds, and it cannot use more than 300% of its original power load.
So after some of our original designs that you saw in the previous slide, this is what we ended up coming up with. And the three biggest problems we ran into were the weight distribution, the track alignment, and connecting two engines to give the train more power. So you can see in this first overall picture up here, there's some weights we added, and we carefully machined those out to keep the weight where we needed it. You can see there's some big weights right over the drive wheels, which was important to keep the drive wheel on the track because all the power came from those two big wheels. And there's also weights added in the front of the train to keep it from like going into a wheelie. As far as the track alignment, you can see in these two pictures here, we built sort of a cage in front of the train that the pieces would kind of fit into like this, and they would each drop down one at a time as the train ran over the track, and that was a big issue for us. And then you can also see on this piece here, we made some grooves in the bottom of the tracks and modified the weight of the track to help with the train alignment. Then also connecting the engines, we realized we need more power, so we added a second train. And you can see we have this spring here that was added to our trains to connect them, and we realized if we had like a stiff bar connecting the trains, that when the first train got stuck, the second train would end up just pushing the second one off the track. And the spring was the perfect solution, giving us sort of an impulse force without being too heavy of a force to get the trains over those bumps without knocking them over the tracks. So now here's a video of our train in action. So here's the train running. And now here's a slow motion close up, and you can see the pieces dropping into place one at a time.
Moving forward, I think we have a strong concept here. There were a couple things I think that came up just based on the train we used, though. If you notice kind of in that picture on the left there, the common train is very much bigger compared to its tracks, and especially when you're trying to lay tracks, it's very important to have, at least we found, to have really light tracks compared to the train. So if we could change it, we'd make a bigger train with more power that has very smaller, lighter tracks. They'd be easier to place, and that'd be easy for a variety of reasons. Number one, when it lays them down, there's no weight hanging off the front, no giant weight difference from the front to the back, which would make pretty much everything better. And then number two, you could just carry more tracks. So moving forward, that's what we do. We change bigger train and then smaller tracks.
Thanks.
Thank you.